Oh, so yeah. So shit happens, Shit happens and shit has happened, and maybe deep trauma or whatever manifests itself as this is. Many people won't understand that. Many people think that modern medicine is the only way forward. And anything looking inward and in a sort of any sort of deeper meaning sense is kind of like obsolete and about selfishness or something, thinking about all yourself and all that sort of stuff. But if you're not right in yourself, then you can't be a functioning self for other people. Do you know what I mean? You can't be of any use to anyone. And so, I've been trying so hard, to change all this. And the Hulk smashing sort of routine comes back yesterday. So I felt very, very, very disappointed in myself, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what it is I'm going to do. But I do know that rather than burden my poor wife with all this stuff all the time, this constant fucking monologue in the background of just this negative thinking twat, I'm going to give that stuff to YouTube. I'm going to give that stuff to you for you to chew over, because I'm of the thinking that many people have similar thoughts. It's just not many people talk of these thoughts, so if it makes someone else feel better, then great. Yeah, no. But yeah, I brought myself off the whole, clearly if you're after a themed video, this is not the channel for you, so please click on to something more exciting. But basically, I've just been using cannabis solely and exclusively for almost a year now. I come off their drugs and all the rest, because they weren't kind of listening to me and my symptoms, and I was just getting a new doctor kind of assigned to me each couple of weeks, and they were just phoning me up with my notes, not really updating the notes properly, and I just felt like I was on this spider's web, like part of this machine that I didn't want to be part of, where people were just on the waiting at the beck and call of these doctors that could just be like walk through a ward and be like death, maybe, yeah, chance of life, yeah, dead, like that. And I don't, you know what I mean? No one's going to tell me when I'm going to fucking die, do you know what I mean? To have this doctor, bless him and all that, tried for me and did all that, but was bordering on a Nazi scientist. He was very much so like I was sitting there, young man, knows I've got a young family, I'm on my own, not allowed visitors, just about to start stem cell transplant, and I'm, well, not just about to, but the first round of chemo didn't work. I had to have 5 rounds of intensive chemo, let me just say, for this ALL, which was a T cell version of ALL. So it was, do you know what I mean? It was more serious than most, right? And so, yeah, I was getting pumped full of all sorts of stuff. I was having intrathecals, into the spine injections, spinal taps. I was having, my hip drilled into with a hand drill so they could extract bone marrow. I was having a horrendous treatment, like I wouldn't wish it on the world, right? To find out what's what. Oh God, it makes me feel sick to feel like I just sat there, no gas in air, just a localized anaesthetic, and had someone like with one of those fucking emergency tire things just like twisting it into my hip. And I was sitting there, I could hear the other people's about to start, and they're like, whoa, whoa, on the gas and air and shit, and I'm just like trying to brave it, with my bum out and everything, do you know what I mean? Like some wally. But anyway, and I've got this doctor, top, everyone's following him around like an entourage. He's the head honcho, he's the guy, yeah. And I just, maybe I'm not addressing him right, I don't know. But I'm sitting there, I'm trying to keep this whole thing jovial, about getting plugged into a machine. I've got a PICC line, which is, they've put a tube from here, yeah, down all the way to my heart. And that is how they were delivering the chemotherapies, and all the nonsense was going straight to my heart, yeah. So I'm trying to keep this whole thing jovial because I know the danger I'm in. Although I'm probably a bit mentally ill in the sense that I don't view danger the same as other people. You know, I don't like the idea of being scared, let's say, yeah. So I often take the other approach, you know, when being scared, and that is not being scared. But what I mean is actually go the other fucking way, you know. And it's got me into a lot of trouble in the past, you know what I mean? Go the complete other way when threatened. So I'm trying to keep it jovial, knowing the danger and all that, yeah. And I said, oh, so doctor, if this second round doesn't work, as in get me into remission, I was like, if this second round doesn't work, what other sort of options are there for me, you know, because there's all these different treatments and blah, 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 yeah. And no word of a lie, he just, I don't actually know if I've told you this before, so I apologise if I keep, you know, some traumatic shit's happened to me, man. But he just turned around to me, the nurse was in the room preparing my, you know, whatever she's preparing, and I'm talking with her, blah, 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 jovial. This is second round doesn't work, doctor. What options are there? Oh, if this round doesn't work, you're probably going to die. Just said it like that, with not an ounce of care. Wasn't breaking anything to me. It was like he was trying to impress the nurse. Like he'd said this so many times today that he was going to get a bit of fun with it. You know, he's like, death on you, boy. And I didn't appreciate that, I must say. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that. I was just like, wow. I was like, okay. And I wanted to beat him up, I must say. I wanted to beat him up there and then. Had I not been, you know, this weakened person, you know, I wanted to just say, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Do you know what I mean? You know, how can you trivialise someone's life like that, a young man's life? You're going to trivialise that. You must be a psychopath, bro. Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, and I just pray that guy's not on the children's ward because fuck me. But anyway, so after all of this, blah, 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 and still feeling like shit on their medication, their their immune suppressants and stuff like that, and various anti-sickness this and blah, 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 blah. Not one talk about how I should change my diet, you know, you are what you eat. Not one talk about that. It was just take this pill, that pill, that pill, that pill, that pill. Oh, I don't need any more of those pills. I'll take them anyway. I was leaving hospital with a bag of medication like this, yeah? Someone's getting rich somewhere with all this fucking prescription drugs. I'm telling you. You know, one of these pills I was taking was £100 per pill. £100, yeah? And I was having to take 3 of them a day. Just one set of one, posaconazole. Any of you nursey people, £100 a pill. So a lot of money is getting wasted. So with protecting the NHS, with cannabis I am, because I'm not using any of their prescriptions anymore. And so I am protecting the NHS, I believe, albeit with something that people still don't believe does anything, apart from just gets you high. Woo! So anyway, I think we're going to leave that there, because the more important things have just come along. I'm going to continue this video because I think it's an important message. There's lots of people getting diagnosed all the time, and I just want them to know that there's other options for you guys out there. Do you know what I mean? There's other options that you can do that could potentially make you well, worth expanding upon. Don't allow someone to just tell you you are written off. Do not allow someone to tell you that's it and it's all over. There are other options. Alright? Please have a great day. Happy bank holiday weekend. Peace out. Everyone that is trying hard, full credit. You know, the people that aren't, then pick it up. Do you know what I mean? Pick it up and pick up the pace, and you know you can do it. Bye.